All right, welcome back. We continue live right here, Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani, along with Ron Cook and you at 412-575-2600. For the moment, I cannot hear callers, so Ron, you're going to have to relay the message. I think at this
I'll
point.
relay it, Bob. They pay me big money to be here with you.
All right, but I have some tweets in that I'm going to get to in a second here, and we'll talk about that. Ron Polinsky on Twitter, at KDPomp, at Ron Cook PG, says, Bob, it might be better for the Penguins to finish second in the division. Florida's on fire right now, so the division winner might have a tougher draw facing the Panthers, but they lost tonight at home. I really don't think, at this point, the way they're playing. Now, I prefer the Penguins getting home ice throughout just because they're so good on home ice, Ron. We ask this question every single year. Is it important? I think it's always important. It may not be important in the first couple of rounds. It'll be vitally important, I think, if you get to the Eastern Conference Final.
Well, you play all year to get home ice, Bob, but historically they've been better on the road in these Game 7s than they have been at home. And it's hard to explain why they want to finish as high as they can. I don't think they're afraid to play any, including Washington, Philadelphia, whoever you want to match them against. I think they'll be up for the challenge. And I think they're going to be a very tough out as long as Matt Murray gets back. I think that's a real key, and sounds like he's getting closer.
He's getting closer. They need him, no doubt. All right, we're going to go to the lines again. Bear with me. I cannot hear these questions, but Ron can. So, Ron, you relay the message. We'll go to Mark in the North Hills first. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, Bob, how you doing? I couldn't agree with you more about Oklahoma State, but really want to know why Syracuse is even in there. I think that's a total joke because I think there's 5 or 6 teams in the NIT that should be there.
Mark thinks Syracuse is a joke being in the tournament.
I would agree with that.
He thinks there's 4 or 5 NIT teams that are better than Syracuse. They're the last team in. Notre Dame could have got in, I guess. Oklahoma State.
Well, Davidson killed Notre Dame. Once Davidson got in, it meant somebody was going to lose their opportunity in the tournament.
Syracuse was the 68th team to get in, and they have to play in the first game, the first 4.
Middle Tennessee State got job. That's a really good team that should be in there based on what they did. They went on the road a lot and won, and they did everything that tournament committee wants, and yet they paid the price and did not get in. And so many inconsistencies with these tournament selection people. I don't know what they're looking for at one point. I do think that they had in the back of their mind the teams that had scandal in their season.
Louisville, for one.
Louisville didn't make it, but also when you look at, they had put Kentucky and Arizona in a second-round matchup. I don't think they like both of those teams. And it wouldn't be nice if Sean Miller won a championship and had to go and pick up the trophy.
Never been to the Final Four. He's considered about the best coach that hasn't been to a Final Four. I think he and Calipari, they're good friends, the family. Calipari and Sean and his dad, John Miller, good friends. That's a bad second-round game, Bob. Either one of those teams, in my opinion, are capable of winning the national title, and they're going to play in the second round. I know Kentucky's young, inexperienced, but they've gotten better. They just won the SEC. Be ashamed to see them play in the second round.
It would be, but it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. There's some great second-round matchups. I have to ask this question about Virginia, the Cavaliers. I like their team. I like what they do. Tony Bennett's been outstanding. But can they win 6 games, knowing that at some point you're going to have to rely on your offense, which is not bad, but they typically play a defensive brand of basketball, Ron. How many teams that do that first and foremost and don't have the go-to offensive guys can last through 6 games? I think
yeah, but they're so good defensively, Bob. They can shut you down. I thought I saw a stat that they were the only team all year to not give up 70 points to an opponent. Think about that, how hard that is. They play a great defense.
You don't have to score a lot then.
They can suffocate you, there's no doubt. I think they're going to be a tough out. I don't know that I would pick them to win. I haven't done my bracket yet.
I did.
Well, you probably done 20. I know how you are. You do 20, and one of them turns out to be right, and you'll say you're a genius.
Well, that's how it works. In this one I have, and this is, by the way, you should check out the KDKA-TV CBS Bracket Challenge. You can go up against all of us. I have Michigan in the final, losing to Duke, 78-75. I really like John Beilein a lot. I think his team has gotten better. They defend better than any John Beilein team I can see at Michigan in his 10 years there. I like Duke a lot just because of the star power with Marvin Bagley. I think Grayson Allen's really good, and he has to control his temper. I like Duke and Michigan, so we'll see how that goes. Back to the lines. Ron, again, you are the interpreter. Isaac in Huntington. Hello, Isaac. How are you?
Yeah, how are you guys tonight?
Great.
Great. I just want to talk about South Dakota State Jackrabbits making a run at it. I'm all about the Jackrabbits. Also, we're going to watch Penn State at Temple Wednesday night. We couldn't be more happy about our Nittany Lions.
He's talking about Nittany Lions playing in the NIT, and he likes the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. I know nothing about the Jackrabbits, so
I'll tell you what,
I know nothing about the Jackrabbits.
But hey, Penn State got in. A lot of people thought they didn't deserve to be in the NCAA. I thought they were close. I thought they were a bubble team, but I think
not quite enough. They needed to win one more, probably. They got beat by Purdue, right? Eliminated. If they'd have beat Purdue, I think they would have had a chance.
Yeah, they played Purdue well, and then at the end, it was just too much talent. Purdue's a team, too, that I like to go a longer distance. I think West Virginia is interesting, Ron. They have Murray State right off the bat. Murray State's a really good basketball team, but I like having two guys like Daxter Miles Jr. and Javon Carter, two seniors who've been through it all. They know what's on the line, how to play basketball in these sort of situations.
Let me give you a little plug for the Cook and Pony show tomorrow. Bob Huggins is going to join us at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. He is always a joy to talk to, I can tell you that.
Well, I'm sure he's going to be happy about, maybe not happy with his 5th seed. I thought he got a job and deserved better. Anyway, we're going to take a break here, and I'm going to try to fix my audio. It's 412-575-2600, right here live on Pittsburgh CW. We'll be right back.